Welcome to the GBB. The GBB is a quality assurance association for soil stabilization engaging in various earthwork procedures, which can be advantageous for your project. With our help, you can protect the environment and save valuable resources, as well as considerably reduce your project's duration and costs. Founded in 2004, our Quality Assurance Association is comprised of many renowned companies from all over Germany. Together, we constitute the industry's most relevant pool of expertise and experience. With increasing mobilization and the constant expansion of infrastructure, the significance of earthworks grows. The construction of the bypass, Wehrbergen, perfectly illustrates the environmental and economic advantages of soil stabilization methods.
Zur Entlastung der Ortslage Wehrbergen haben wir die B83.
In order to relieve Wehrbergen of its traffic situation, we built a bypass 3.2 kilometers long. This bypass runs very close to the Weser River, so we had to build a dam and a flood channel for protection. The building of the dam required 272,000 cubic meters of soil. The soil gained from digging the flood channel came to about 140,000 cubic meters, but unfortunately its quality wasn't good enough to be used for the construction of the dam. We had received many quotes proposing the reuse of the flood channel material. Finally, the executing company added a binder to the soil coming out of the flood channel and incorporated 100% of it into the construction of the dam. This meant for us that we met the anticipated deadline and reduced the total construction cost of 6 million euros by 2 million euros. That was very impressive.
The mixing of a binder into the ground is known as a method for soil improvement and soil stabilization. These methods aim to significantly alter the soil's properties, making it applicable for earthworks. This is how it works. The quality of the binder and timely delivery to the construction site are crucial for success. The GBB pay particular attention to where the binder comes from and whether it's of the highest quality. Once delivered, the binder is transferred to a spreader truck or trailer by compressed air. Three self-cleaning adjustable rotary feeders distribute the binder over a width of 2.4 meters. The amount of binder dispersed can be precisely regulated according to the characteristics of the soil. A stabilizer evenly mixes the binder with the soil and makes it considerably more firm. Repeated in layers, this procedure creates a very rigid structure, the most important foundation for roads, railways, industrial storage lots, and many other engineered structures. Depending on the size and type of project, different machinery may be used. The operating members of the GBB are equipped to meet the highest standards. After the milling process, the binder reacts with the soil and the effects become immediately apparent. After the appropriate roller compacts the ground, a grader develops the formation level and the ideal conditions for the superstructure are created. Particularly when stabilizing soil with cement, an especially demanding discipline, it is crucial to bring the soil's water content to a certain level. Here, the water trucks come into action. Alternatively, water can be added directly during the milling process.
Die erste Neubaustrecke, bei der die The first time soil stabilization was used for a railway project was when the Frankfurt-Cologne route was built. The building ground was almost exclusively of the tertiary type. In other words, comparatively poor building ground. However, we have been very successful with soil stabilization. After the project's completion, the results of vibration level testing was very satisfying, and no settling was recorded. When you travel this route on a train today, you'll notice you're traveling very comfortably with next to no vibrations. And because of the rigid subconstruction, the ambient noise level in the train is subtle.
A foundation layer treated with soil stabilization becomes a uniform, highly stable base for superstructures. Unsurfaced roads can be made strong enough to be used frequently for heavy loads for extended periods of time. Soil stabilization saves costs by making the frost protection layer partially or completely unnecessary. Increased stability for bridges and dams. No settling of substructures. Pressure on supporting walls and pillars is reduced. Increased erosion resistance in hydraulic engineering and flood protection. Reduced duration of construction. How and when could you use soil stabilization for your project? We, the GBB, are happy to advise you.
Soil stabilization can be executed using lime, cement, fly ash, and other binders. Lime is usually used to make the existing soil usable. When soil contains too much water, it can't be used for earthworks. It can't be compacted.
When soil is stabilized with cement, on the other hand, it also becomes more frost-resistant and firm, able to sustain heavy loads.
Soil stabilization with cement must be permanently sustainable and frost-resistant.
As well as the operating members, the GBB is also comprised of responsible heavy machinery and binder manufacturers and specialized laboratories. The results of various analyses determine the way the soil should be treated. A specialized laboratory specifies the kind and amount of binder to be used. This step is crucial in assuring the treated soil's optimal attributes and high quality.
It is important to classify the existing soil. Once classified, the laboratory's tests are assigned. The water content level is very important, as well as grain size distribution and the Proctor test.
The water content level is very important because only at the correct level the soil can be compacted properly. If the level is too high or too low, the ability to compact the soil decreases dramatically. When the grain size distribution is known, conclusions about the type of soil can be made. In order to determine the grain size distribution of the existing soil, samples are sifted through a number of sieves with different sized pores. The content of each sieve is weighed and summarized in a diagram. The fabrication of a soil and binder specimen is called the Proctor test. The soil samples are mixed with the appropriate binder, then compacted and stored. After allowing the specimen to settle, we can determine load capacities, shear loads, and frost resistance. Even during the construction period, a laboratory repeatedly reviews results. This way, adjustments can be made in accordance with changing weather conditions, and the best possible quality can be assured at all times. Our binder suppliers have their own raw material resources of the highest quality. Special mining and production technologies ensure the highest level of purity and quality of its products. For the production of binders, such as lime and cement, the raw material is calcined in a kiln. Temperatures between 900 and 1200 degrees Celsius are required. The natural resource limestone becomes quicklime, which satisfies the highest quality requirements. The engagement in research, development, and especially environmental protection is an integral part of these firms. Soil stabilization machines are among the first on site, exposed to rough terrain and under extreme strain. Collective years of experience between the GBB and drafting offices benefit the development of these construction machines. The accumulation of this knowledge and the use of the latest technologies allow for maximum performance.
We are here on one of the largest infrastructure projects currently in progress in Germany. We are at the construction site of the future Berlin-Brandenburg International Airport. On an area of about 2 million square meters, various types of soil stabilization is being executed. The client, the Airport Association Berlin-Brandenburg, already made the RAL seal of quality mandatory for all firms applying during the contracting process.
Als Ausschreibungsbedingung und Verpflichtung an die zum Einsatz kommenden Firmen formuliert.
If you have no room for failures on your construction site, make sure the contracting firms bear the RAL seal of quality. We take responsibility for quality, innovation, advanced education, plus environmental and health protection. Feel free to contact us for more information, visit our website, or apply as a member. Take advantage of these methods on your next project. Your GBB.